Hi, good evening and welcome. Nice to see everybody here today. We are gathered with some of our best homies in the room, the DJ and TV chill room. You're always welcome to come through and talk to us and hang out and chit chat with us in the evening hours. Usually Mondays and Tuesdays we record some shows here. Monday is kind of an any category goes topic, and usually Tuesday we do a music show. So for tonight, we have the Record Roundup, which hasn't been here for a minute. So we'd like to quickly say thank you to our sponsors for getting us sponsorship to have the show on the air. That is DJ Event Planner. You can find their information in the links wherever they happen to fall on your screen, depending on your device. Please check them out as well as our other sponsors. And as well, you'll see some of our sponsors rolling in the video feed that we've got here. So hello, everybody, and thank you for coming through. We're getting a little bit of a late start, and we're missing a couple of key characters, but we're gonna have an awesome show. So
We're gonna wing it.
yeah, we're gonna wing it. That's what we do. We just wing it. So first off, I'm DJ John from Boston, Hot Tunes Productions, 617 Events in Sound City. We've got DJ Eric here with us tonight.
Hello.
Officially from Woburn, Mass. Now he even tells us in his title. That's awesome. Thanks for coming to Harvest the Sound too. It was great hanging with you for a little bit again. Nice to have you.
Nice to see everybody there. It was a great time. Yep.
Great time. We've got DJ Damon here with us tonight as well. Hello, Damon.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? How are you? We get DJ Brian K. Brian K in the house.
Hello.
Nice to have you here tonight, sir. DJ Will.
Big Willie style. What's up?
Big Willie.
Oh,
Big Willie style's all in it.
Mr. Will I Am.
Is he getting jiggy with it? We've got DJ Kevin with DJ K Productions, the great state of Ohio, somewhere arbitrarily in Ohio. And we've got DJ Matt here with us tonight, DJ and karaoke jock. So thank you guys for coming through the Record Roundup. What we like to do is to throw a little shine on a song or an artist or a genre. There's something that maybe gets lost in the shuffles of all the music we play, something we'd like to bring back to the top of the turntables and give it another spin. We try to keep it interesting. There's no genre is safe. We can pretty much pick anything. It could be anything from R&B to electro to hip hop. So we like to go around the room and see what everyone's got for choices. So let's start with DJ Eric.
You're not going to go first? All right, I'll go.
You want me to go? I'll go.
You're going to go last. Is that what
I can get myself out of the way. I think I got it.
do it, because I can't wait to see what John brought tonight.
All right. So I actually own both the records of this group. So what I brought to the table, I brought Nucleus.
Nice.
I don't think we've ever talked about them on the show.
I don't think so. No.
83, 84. The first single that came out was Jam on Revenge, which later morphed into 1984's Jam on It. If you're not playing Nucleus, Jam on It.
Yeah.
It was a higher speed level of rap. Wiki. Exactly. It's I don't think anybody else got any more booms?
Wiki.
Wiki.
From that.
3 words to the west.
Jam on it.
Well, we played the hell out of this. This was the second record. This was actually the one that came out in 85. And this was Space is the Place, not to be confused with the Johnson Crew record of the same name, Maurice Starr. But we got a lot of traction out of Jam on It. And it's a nice mid-tempo, slightly faster than what you had for rap that was going on back in the day. Because we had to try to find these ways to connect the electro stuff that was happening, like the Electric Kingdoms and the Pac Jams and the
Planet Rock and stuff like that.
Planet Rock was up there. I mean, that was fast. Looking for the perfect beat, like that stuff was coming at you. But then you had the lower BPM stuff. I mean, it's like that, and that's the way it is. I think falls below 90, and it's like, all right, how do we get from here to here? Because we want to keep hip hop people interested, and we want to keep the break dancers interested. If you don't remember what breakdancing was, that was people spin around on empty refrigerator boxes, cardboard linoleum in their tracksuits with matching sneakers.
I tried to forget that, but now you
did. I hit a nerve? Were you an avid breakdancer?
Is there a video somewhere?
There's no video of me, but I used to do it too. And I actually got a clip there's a photo of me in the newspaper in some position, kind of standing on my head.
Get out of here.
It was really happened. That was me many, many moons ago.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
No, thanks.
But-
Yeah, my spine and it does not permit me to do those things anymore. But I did it pretty avidly when I was younger. So anyway, Jam on It is clearly the track that you want from Nucleus, and the C to the OZMOD.
But John, as you're talking about Nucleus, you have to remember they were actually a live band. They were not.
Yes.
They were not programming drum machines or keyboards. They would actually play live on all those tracks. So bass player, drummer, guitar, keyboardist, they actually played live.
Yes.
So they were the opposite of a lot of groups back that time. Because
Yeah. Oh, very, very much so. They specifically thank Cameo on the record, which I think might have been an influence for them, or at least help getting them through the door.
Word up.
Yep.
Word up.
Yeah.
Single Life, Tack Me With Your Love. The
Shake, 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 shake.
yeah,
Right.
too.
Sorry.
I thought it was interesting because I did peep their Wikipedia a little bit, and they actually had Denise Williams singing with them for a little while. She was an
Really?
MC topper with them, who you may know from some of her solo singles.
Let's see.
Gonna take a miracle. You know.
So that's what I'd like to bring. So if you haven't dropped Jam on It in a set for a while, I think it falls in somewhere between like 114, 116. Just add that to your collective playlist. Bring that back for a set. If you're gonna break into that It's Tricky stuff or
Planet Rock.
that old school, it's like everyone's gonna know it, and it's never really gone out of fashion. It's just so much other stuff replaces it in your wheelhouse. It's like, yeah, still give that one a spin. So my pick is Nucleus Jam on It, 1983. Give that a twirl.
Very nice, John.
Nice, thank you, sir. All right, let's kick it over to Eric. Eric, what do you got for us?
Well, I've got a one-hit wonder, and I love one-hit wonders. I think we all do.
Yep.
This one's from 1974, but they used it in a commercial, I think last year. And it peaked at number 5 in the top 100. It's Pilot Magic.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's magic. They used it in a commercial. And I think that kind of re-brought that back. Even if nobody's ever heard that song, it was catchy. Like back in the 70s, that song was catchy, And that's my pick tonight. This was suddenly brought on us. We didn't know we were going to record this show.
Yeah.
But like one-hit wonders is always my thing. I love those,
Pilot in that particular song, Magic, is a staple in yacht rock. So that is
a yacht rock. Yeah.
You can totally get away with that right between Kenny Loggins, America, and Michael McDonald, and everyone will vibe to that song. It's got an interesting energy, and it didn't really sound like anything else. There was nothing that sounded like it during the time, and it just
had a little bit of everything in that song. I think it was rock. It was I don't know. It was crazy.
Ozemic commercial.
Right.
That's what it was from.
That's right.
Thank you, Google researcher team.
Very good, Brian.
Appreciate that, sir. I appreciate you pulling that.
We've got our research team in this room too.
Yeah, absolutely. We dig deep sometimes, and
That
sometimes
was
we got to go
awesome.
below the roots.
Yeah.
So,
But
yes, Pilot Magic,
even
1974.
before the Ozempic commercial, I always had a liking for the song. I always liked it. Something drew me to it, And who's next?
I will. Before we move for that one, there are 2 versions of that song. You want to make sure you have the original version, because there is one that they did that's slightly slowed down that doesn't quite have the same pop. So make sure you got the right one. So
you need the one that was released in 74.
that's it. And the group is Pilot, PILOT.
Pilot. Yep.
Pilot. Good pick, Eric. I like that one.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you.
David, what would you like to bring us for a tune this evening?
Oh man, this one. I almost played this on my live stream today, but I didn't get a chance to. But this song has been sampled over 300 times. Okay. And you had to have 2 copies of this record because you had to loop the hell out of it. You only played the first 8 seconds of this record. and every hip hop artist used it in the 80s. And I'm talking about Big Beat by Billy Squire.
Big Beat by Billy Squire.
Wow.
White label, black print, Capitol Records,
Yeah,
and it was a
exactly.
single from
Tale of
Tale of the
Tape.
Tape or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And the
I
song never
got
charted.
the 12-inch single of it. I actually was able to score that at a record convention.
Eminem must have been a thing for Billy Squire because he did the Stroke too, right? With
Yeah.
Billy Squire was the
Yeah.
Stroke, and
Yeah.
Eminem counted. He did Berserk, which sampled heavily from
That's what I'm talking
Billy
about.
Squire.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Wow.
the song Big Beat never charted. I
No.
mean, but every hip hop artist from the 80s to early 90s sampled just the hell out of it, all the way from Ice Cube, Run DMC, even Alicia Keys, Big Daddy Kane, Tribe Called Quest. I mean, it was sampled by a lot of artists.
Sure. You remember, was it Live at the Funhouse? There was the single from Run DMC that Jam Master
Here we
Jay
go.
cutting up. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
DMC and DJ Run. Dum. All right, I'm sorry.
Rocking on the mic to the big beat drum. Drum diddy. Yeah.
After the recording of this, right? Because we can't do it now because of the copyrights. Somebody cue that Billy Squire up because
Oh, sure.
I
Oh,
don't
you would know as soon as you
You're gonna know. At least you'll know the first 8 seconds.
Yeah, I think you play it for like 5 or 10 seconds. They won't mess with you.
But here's the thing.
because
Billy Squire was actually in on the joke because he knew what his album sales were doing, and it was all the hip hop guys. And it's like they're not playing my song on the radio. It's like no, they just want like the first 8 beat break. That's
Yeah, exactly.
And he got all these sales, and maybe he was kind of thinking that when Stroke came out with that very percussive intros, like go ahead, sample me again, all the way to the bank.
But
But
I think
the Stroke never had the same appeal, though.
I think
I'm sorry.
you made money on the Stroke, though. I mean that was kind of high on the charts, right?
Yeah, the Stroke charted, but this
Yeah.
Big Beat never charted.
Yeah, Don't Say No, the record that followed Tale of the Tape, was really what launched his career.
Right.
That had Stroke, My Kind of Lover, In the Dark. There was just a lot of great stuff.
That whole album. Yeah.
But as far as a nod to being essential beats in hip hop, you had to have the big beat.
Yeah.
And that was and
That
and
was
we
it.
will play it at this show. So you kids
I
at
do
home,
want to hear it. Yes.
Google Billy Squire, Squire or RE. Sometimes they spell it wrong.
Right.
The Big Beat, and that was probably right around 80, 81 or something.
It was 1980.
Yeah. Oh, great pick. That's we could, if we did a show on scratches and samples, that's in there. Just
No,
like
that
Walk
is
This
cool.
Way with the intro beats. Everyone liked just the intro, but cut that
Exactly.
before he starts singing. That screamy guy. Yeah, cut him off.
Very nice, Damon.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. BK, what would you like to give us for a tune this week?
Okay. I am going to talk about an artist. I'm not sure. I think this was her biggest album in the US. From 1984. It only peaked at 33 on the charts. We got Slade. Keep your hands off my power
Slade.
supply.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which spawned 2 singles. Run Runaway and My Oh My.
I was
Great
going
song.
to say, My Oh
And a
My
great
is
song.
one of my favorites. Yeah.
Runaway peaked at only 20. Well, 20. And My Oh My peaked at 37 on the US charts. But in the UK, My Oh My made it all the way up to number 2. And Run Away made it up to number 7. So My Oh My was a bigger hit in the UK than was here.
And can I say, I think My Oh My was a better song than Run Runaway. That's my opinion. And it didn't make it much over here,
Run Away is my favorite song of all time.
Runaway is an excellent song off that record, as is My Oh My, but I think because the top 40 was so crowded with breakout artists and just so much different stuff, it just couldn't push through because everything was just coming out gangbusters back then. But I still play that song.
They did release another single off that album, but it did nothing. It was called Slam the Hammer Down.
We'd have to play that.
It never
Yeah.
made it anywhere.
And no, it didn't materialize in the US. Maybe over in the UK chart it did something, but
famous remixer Shep Pettibone remixed that song.
Mhm.
So he kind of made it one of his remixes of his million other remixes he has done.
Brian, I'm glad you brought Slade up because, you know, I've always been a sucker for ballads. And My Oh My in my eyes, was a great ballad. I'm sorry. I liked it, you know?
Remember
Yeah.
when in the malls they had the store, I think it's still around, FYE.
Mhm.
They had when they first came out, you could, when you bought something from there, you got a little sticker that if anything happened to your CD or cassette at the time, you could return it to the store. And and you also could order an album from the store. And I ordered the CD from the store because I never could get a copy of that song other than like off the radio. And so it was like so happy to actually have a physical copy of the song. I have a CD still somewhere around here.
No, those are two excellent picks off that record, and the fact that Slade didn't really break over here, but they did. They did, but they didn't. If you remember, if you know "Mama We're All Crazy Now,"
well, Slade was a Quiet Riot cover band.
Quiet Riot covered it, and "Come On Feel the Noise"
or whatever. Quiet Riot
also another Slade tune that ended up on our charts with Quiet Riot pushing it to the limelight. So Slade, the band, Run, Run Away, and My Oh My. Two great singles. Those are awesome.
I love it.
And you get the vinyl. Digging it, Brian. Good stuff. Thank you.
Yep.
You got anything else on them, or are you good?
No.
You good? All right. Let's check in with Will. See what DJ Will's got for us tonight.
I am going to talk about new disco. There's a lot of remixes coming out now for the wedding DJ that takes songs that have been recorded really, really like low quality, and they're remixing them into like new disco. And I think that a lot of DJs should start looking at remixes, the new disco remixes of songs. For example, Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You is a song I've been playing at weddings, and it's the new disco remix. And I'll give you another example.
Can you tell us who's behind that one?
I think what you could do is you could just search new disco and then look for the Kiss. I Was Made for Loving You on YouTube. It'll come up.
Okay. We get some that we like. We like Purple Disco Machine, Sophie Tucker,
Disco Machine,
Jones. Yeah. You know, there's a few.
Disco Inferno. There's a remix by Sis and Nora Van Elken of Disco Inferno, and I was listening to it, and I'm like, man, this will be perfect for like weddings. The great thing about new disco is that you can use it. It's not too deep of a remix. They just take the original song, they clean it up, they put a better beat on it, and they just make it better. So I think that guys should start looking at new disco because I think that that's the future, or at least now it's really popular.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Afro beats are big now too.
Yeah.
I find a lot of times playing disco songs, they sound dated if you're playing the originals, and they just need a little help. Because our sound systems are way better, and the bass hits a little harder, and you know, they were working with what they had for technology back in the day, so it's only going to sound as good as the equipment you recorded on.
And 80s too. They're taking 80s songs and they're remixing them, new disco remixes. So if you're looking for a new disco remix, just put the name of the song and then put new disco next to it, and then it should come up with the remix.
NU disco.
NU space disco.
Yep. Yeah, letters NU. Is there a particular service that you like that you're finding a lot of these that you might want to?
I would just check on YouTube and then see if you could find it someplace else. But
find it on whatever services you're connected with.
You could check on YouTube, and there's just put in new disco 2025, and you'll see all the new remixes that are coming out. And then just look for your favorite place to pick them up and you know, download them.
A lot of the times,
check your record pools also.
Right.
Record pools.
A lot of times you just need the extra what they put into it to make it more interesting or to make you feel it, you know? Like from the 70s, 80s.
Well, you get a redrum or a regrid. At least it holds the track in time so it's not drifting all over the place, and helps us with our mixing. And
it may not have brought you to the dance floor in the 70s, But now with this new technology and DJs with the remixes, it's going to bring you to the floor.
No, it also gives you an intro, Eric.
Right.
Yeah.
It gives you an intro, so it gives you time to bring in the song.
Yeah.
Sure. No,
That's it for me.
That's very good. Appreciate that, Will.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That
A
was
good place to start. And it's a nice broad category too. So if there are songs you like, there are probably already remixes that exist. Like, oh, I didn't think of playing the remix. I mean, some you can get away with, but some songs you got to stay true to the original. You can't let the remix drift too far. If the lyrics are right but the song's not recognizable, you're going to clear the dance floor. You're
gonna lose the people. Yep.
I'll give you one example of that, John, is September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, you try not to mess with that one.
Right. When I try and do a remix of it, it clears the floor until they realize what the hell's going on. Then they come back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, some songs you can't mess with.
Like you don't want to. I don't want a techno remix of "Don't Stop Believing." I don't want a remix of ABBA's "Dancing Queen." I just want to leave those alone because those have stood the test of time long before us, and they'll be here after we're gone. So,
no, that's a good point you brought up, though. Yeah,
yeah, it can't be weird. That's kind of the line in the sand. It's like I think it's this song, but I can't tell. And I mean, like even like old beats with new lyrics, that's okay when you're doing the mashups or just jumping in a stem. You keep the old instrumental, and now all of a sudden it's
just give me an intro
and Beyonce singing on it. Like,
give me an intro I can work with.
Right.
Well, that's it. Give me an intro that'll mix. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we want sometimes. Thank you, Will. Kevin, what do you want to give to us?
Well,
John Cash? No, I'm kidding.
Cash.
He's got something.
I'm going to go with an oldie.
Elvis?
Okay.
See?
Old enough that the group was formed the year I was born.
Well, it must be really old.
Well,
So this
Did they have cards back then?
Back in
This is old.
cave days.
Crank
The
up that
original
turntable.
name of the group was called the Postmen. They changed their name when the Beatles came over here, and they became the Royal Guardsmen. And the song I'm doing, because of the season, I'm going with Snoopy's Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're going to go there.
Yes, I am. I went there. I've never done that. So again,
I know you're a fan of this. I remember last Christmas you asked me to play this quite a bit on my streams when I was playing.
yes. So I'm telling you about Snoopy's Christmas. It was a follow-up from their big hit, which was Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
Yeah.
Seem to have a theme, that group, a little bit. So Snoopy's just seems to always be in the mix over there.
Yeah. I always liked Snoopy, so I was a big fan. But it didn't quite make it nearly as high. It was number one in like New Zealand and Australia. Some of the interesting facts I didn't know, it mentions in the song the reference of the Christmas truce, which happened in World War One, which is a short respite where all the fighting forces on both sides took a break there at the Christmas time. And supposedly, I didn't know this, they actually met and played games, and the two sides sort of broke bread during that time frame during the Christmas. So that's one thing I did not know. So that is my song, and that one was released in 1967. Like I said, the group was formed in 1966.
There you go. Royal Guardsmen, Snoopy and versus the Red Baron, the Christmas edition. And you guys can all Google respite when you're got a minute to yourselves.
Yes.
Kevin likes dropping the Scrabble words on us. Thank you, Kevin. That's awesome. Respite.
Great. Great.
Matt, what would you like to give us for a song to wrap us up tonight?
Yeah, I'll take you back to one of the great years of music in the 80s, which was 1984, which brought us Prince and Michael Jackson and, all kinds of really good music in that year.
It was hopping. It was hopping.
A lot of good music, a lot of good movies, too. And so the other day, I was on my Sirius XM, and I was kind of bouncing around channels or whatever, and I came across The Groove, and they were playing a song from 1984. It came out at the tail end of 1984, like the beginning of December, and it was Stevie Wonder, Love Light in Flight, and it was from the soundtrack of Woman in Red, which was what was that? The Willy Wonka guy,
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Yeah, he was in it, and the Weird Science gal,
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock. Yep.
All right.
Oh.
We can connect the dots. Give us clues. We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, it's a girl.
No
Yeah,
idea.
I heard
Science
that
girl.
song. I was like, because I was like back then, I was like kind of really getting into Stevie Wonder at that time. The following year, he put out his In Square Circle album, which had like Part-Time Lover on it and all that other kind of stuff. So-
Which one was that girl on? Was that's Part-Time Lover or the one before? Because
Close.
that girl, that song I love by Stevie Wonder. And
I don't remember what album that was.
don't go Google.
It was early '80s. I mean, we all came from like Songs in the Key of Life and like old school
It
Steve,
don't matter.
like way back. But he was definitely evolving and changing. 84, 85, 86, and Part-Time Lover was huge. And Just
And
Called to Say I Love You was huge.
Mhm.
Yeah, do I?
Yeah.
He had a lot of hits in the '80s, anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, so I heard that song on the Groove and just brought me right back to when I was a sophomore in high school.
yeah,
Hearing that song, so that was pretty cool.
Sure.
awesome.
Stevie, as far as being prolific, obviously he's a lover of music as we are, and he always attends NAMM and he goes to the shows and gets in the trenches and meets DJs and musicians and just always had his finger on the pulse all the way since Fingertips back when little
You
Stevie
ever
Wonder was
felt-
playing.
Have you ever bumped into Stevie at NAMM?
I might get to NAMM this year. I haven't yet,
Oh,
but I
okay.
know people who have been there. He walks with a very, small entourage, and he'll get up and he'll just sit down and start jamming and playing stuff, and he'll want to hear.
Well,
the
you
way
know he can
speakers.
You know he can see. Stevie is not blind. I'm sorry.
Let's not launch falsehoods in here. I don't think he can
Stevie
see
is
it.
not blind. I'm sorry.
If he sees John, he'll act blind. But yeah,
Well, Jay's made the comment before. Someone should hold up a sign, and his guy in the ear is like, "Yeah, point to the guy with the sign and give him a thumbs up." I'm like, "How the hell do you see that?" So that's a topic for another day, and I'm sure that there'll be some deliberations. I don't.
Oh, of course.
Crazy.
Yeah, I thought that song would be good for like maybe cocktail hour or something like that.
There you go.
Maybe,
Give us the title of it again, just so we can.
Love Light in Flight.
Love,
we gotta play that after the
Flight.
show too.
Well, we'll hit that too, as well as Jim on it and Big Beat and all the other great contributions.
Yeah,
from our guests
I'm
tonight.
sure you'll recognize it when you hear
Oh,
it.
I'm sure. So thank you to our panel. Thank you to our sponsors. Again, DJ Event Planner. Thank you to DJ and TV for letting us host this and put this material up on YouTube for you. Be sure to check back. Follow all of our great DJs here between streamers and on YouTube and on their personal channels, of course. And we thank you for watching. And we'll see you again.